The Adventures of Brave Cloud in a Distant Land. Among mountains and valleys full of colorful flowers, there floated a fluffy little cloud named Brave Cloud. He was not an ordinary cloud, but a small and white one, who dreamed of becoming big and important, bringing rain where it was needed. But he had one problem: he was afraid of the strong wind. Whenever the wind started to blow, Brave Cloud would hide behind the mountains, afraid that he would be blown away from home. One day, a blue butterfly sat on him and said, "Brave Cloud, if you don't overcome your fear, you will never be able to help the flowers and the earth." Brave Cloud thought about it a lot, and when the wind started to blow again, he took heart and let himself be carried away. He flew over the mountains, over the rivers and villages, until he reached a place where the earth was dry and cracked. People and animals were waiting impatiently for the rain. Then Cloud shook himself well, and it started to drip. At first, just a few drops, then more and more, until the thirsty earth cooled down, and the flowers began to smile under the rays of the sun. The people laughed with joy, and the blue butterfly whispered to him, "See, Cloud, you were brave and brought life to the earth." From that day on, Cloud was never afraid of the wind again. He knew that every breeze could take him where someone needed him. And so, Cloud the Brave became one of the most beloved clouds in the world. The moon and the lost star. On a quiet night, in the starry sky, the moon was watching her sister stars shine. But suddenly she noticed that one of them was missing. "Where is the little wandering star?" asked the moon worriedly. All the stars looked around and saw that the little star was not where it was. "Maybe it got lost in the clouds," said an older star, "or it came down to Earth to see the world up close," added another. The moon, who took care of the stars every night, decided to look for it. She looked carefully at the earth, and after a few moments, she saw a faint glimmer in a forest. It was the wandering star. The moon sent a ray of light down and asked it gently, "Why did you come down to Earth, little star?" "I wanted to see the flowers, the rivers, and the birds up close. But now I don't know how to get back," said the sad star. The moon smiled and said to her, "Don't worry. Hold on to my ray of light, and I will bring you back." The wandering star clung to the moon's ray and slowly rose back up into the sky, where all the other stars were waiting for her happily. From that night on, the wandering star never came down to Earth alone, but she always kept her curiosity, and from time to time, she would send a playful twinkle for the children who looked at the sky at night. The Clock in the Abandoned Tower. In a small town near the forest, there was an old and abandoned tower, about which children always heard scary stories. It was said that at midnight, the clock in the tower would start to strike on its own, although no one had lived there for hundreds of years. Luca, a 10-year-old boy passionate about mysteries, decided to discover the truth. One evening, when the moon was full and the town was asleep, he took his flashlight and set off for the tower. When he arrived, the heavy wooden door opened with a long creak. Inside, dusty stairs spiraled up to the clock room. His heart was beating fast, but curiosity pushed him forward. When he got to the top, Luca saw the old clock mechanism. But what caught his attention was a small shadow moving quickly among the huge wheels. "Who is there?" he asked, trembling. From behind an iron arch, a gray owl emerged, with large, gentle eyes. "You make the clock tick?" Luca asked in amazement. The owl flapped its wings and gently tapped a mechanism with its beak. Suddenly, the clock began to tick regularly. "Are you taking care of it?" The owl blinked a few times and made a soft sound like a whispered laugh. Luca smiled. The mystery had been solved. From then on, every evening, he came to visit the owl and listen to the clock in the abandoned tower with it. The end.